Cool. And what's good, y'all? It's Tre Hendrix here in the Tre Hendrix Podcast. I got two special returning guests. They've been here. They've been here a few times now, so I'll allow them to
We've
introduce
done
themselves.
3.
I think
It
so.
is Maserati Shellz, real big speaker, nice guy.
What's good? What's good, everybody? Noah Alvarez with the My Mike and I podcast.
Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? I know both of y'all were at the Juneteenth celebration. I wasn't, unfortunately, able to attend. Tell me how that was. It looked lit. It looks cool.
First of all, being black, my brother, our people was missing you, brother. They kind of want to do something to you, but I said, listen, y'all couldn't touch bro with me. I'm gonna it was crazy because I know I was speaking and I had something written already, and the energy was so live that I couldn't say what was on the phone, so I just spoke off the top of my head, and it was crazy because most time when you speak, people have to clap to get them to clap. They were already clapping on some of the words. And shout out to Noah for recording on my phone. I was like, bro, I was just in awe, bro, because the crowd was there. DJ Charisma was there. Young Pinch was there. An ex-Black Panther was there. Janae Aiko's dad was there. Shout out to Farron Kidd. Shout out to John Hernandez running for City Council Ward 5 in Santa Ana. Big up. And, bro, it was fun. It was so many artists out there. It was Cray OC was there, the Juice Kid, I think General Troll 7. Man, it was so many. Did I forget somebody? It was people there. Oh yeah, Carlton Fresh was there.
Yeah.
We really, bro, and we took pictures. Everyone chilled. It was like a networking unity thing. It was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, it looked like everybody I followed was on there. I'm like, damn, I'm missing out, man.
You should have just called out sick.
It was worth it, man. I was gonna say I had work too, and I just used the dentist as like an excuse to get off early, saying I had a dentist appointment. But I'm and honestly too, it got kind of tricky. Hopefully, my work doesn't listen to this and like get me in trouble for this.
Shit, he's busted.
But basically, like last second, a few other coworkers called out, so we were even already short staffed, and they're like, "Hey, any chance you can reschedule that dentist appointment?" And I kind of thought about it for a sec. I was like, damn, I can maybe miss this like Juneteenth and, potentially like whatever message I get from it. But I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to stand by my guns, go to the Juneteenth celebration. And that shit was, I'm so glad I did. Like, that's like one of those little things like in your lives where you're kind of like, you're glad you took that chance, because if you didn't, man, I would have been stuck in that office, just watch. It would have been the same watching on the video,
So what were the like demographics looking like? Was it just black people or mixture with black people, Latinos, or just a little bit of everybody? What was it looking like over there?
Brother, we don't look at color, brother. It was people.
You just
My brother, it was just people. It was so mixed, bro. I couldn't even tell you this how mixed it was. And I'm gonna show you because we participate in something. And I want to shout out Farron Kidd from Black OC for this. Is the brothers, we got brown shirts that said brown excellence. Our Hispanic brothers had black shirts that said black excellence. And we held them up and we mixed it in.
Yeah.
And then we had people come in from the crowd and do the same thing.
Damn.
We showed unity. Tight. It was so tight because you know how it's energy in the air and you could feel people tripping, or you could feel like, bro, people were hugging each other. It's hot, sweaty, and we're chilling. It was just good vibes. It was just good energy.
Yeah, real powerful shit, man.
Yeah.
See,
I can't even say nothing else. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Because see, that kind of stuff like really makes me happy, like, but all the George Floyd protests and stuff, and I've been to a few, like, it's been a mixed crowd of like all different kinds of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it kind of woke something up in my brain. And it's like, like, for example, if something were to happen with the Latino community or whatever, like, I'm not a member of that community, but I could still speak up if something's wrong. I'm not a member of the LGBTQ community, but I could still speak up if something's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what awoke in me. And I'm like, you know what? Like, it's just not black, brown, whatever. You know what I mean? It's what's right. And that's what opened my eyes, at least.
That's what Young Pinch said.
Oh,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what he said. He's just basically like, man, we're all a people. We all people, and we got to come together. And I think when you see different races there is because people are tired. They're tired because it happens predominantly to minorities. But it's starting to happen to white kids too and white people too. So I think people are just tired of that shit. Like people are really just tired of that shit.
Yeah, just to add to what we're all saying, man, Absol had this song called Terrorist Threats, and he had this line in the song said, if all the gangs in the world unified, we stand a chance against the military tonight. And I always thought like he meant literally gangs, you know, Bloods and Crips and all the essays and everybody, right? But I think it could mean like figuratively as in like the LGBTQ family and the, you know, brown
Shout
pride
out.
and black excellence, everybody, Asians. And then, like you said too, there's white people being oppressed too that have been put at the bottom or don't have the same luxuries as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what like kind of Juneteenth representatives, especially at that final moment when we did, like you said, you know, all the blacks were holding up the brown excellence, brown people, Latinos were holding up the black excellence. And then we did the fist in the air after that too with everybody in the crowd. I thought that was crazy powerful. Like, just imagine like seeing a picture of that, like that would wake you up for sure, you know?
And shit, that's
if you ain't already woke
unity.
now.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely, man. Most definitely. What were you doing on Juneteenth, Trey?
Working.
Punching the clock for the man. For the man. You see what I'm saying, brother? You see what I'm saying, brother?
You gonna grill me the whole pod.
Yeah, bro. I gotta get you. You gonna get off this, bro. You ain't. Yeah, man. We haven't seen you part of the movement, brother. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'm here. I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't come on the stage. That's what we still. Me and Noah still feel the type of way about that, bro. We're gonna let it slide there. We're gonna let it. It's your podcast. I gotta be nice.
Next time.
Next time. Don't let me catch you in the streets.
Well, I'm glad everybody's just out here making change whatever way they can. That's just what I like to see. A lot of artists I've been seeing on Instagram that I follow, like local artists, they all been doing the same, attending rallies, posting, you know, information, petitions, donating money, all that. So salute to everybody, and let's not have it die down. Let's keep it up and keep pushing until we get some change that we want to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of I think me and Noah talked about it. Me and a couple. I expect to see a few people I didn't see, and we'll talk about that later. I seen it was on your points, but yeah, I kind of was. A few people let me down, and you know, because I feel like we all have to do a part, especially when you say you in hip hop culture. You owe it to the culture to come help preserve the culture. And we'll get into that though. But yeah.
Ooh, okay, we will. And let's start off with some current events. I'm pretty sure y'all are aware. I think it was like a week ago, or maybe a little over a week ago, NASCAR banned the Confederate flag at their I'm about to say rallies, at their races, or any fans, you know, holding up a Confederate flag. And, you know, NASCAR is a sport that's.
What's NASCAR? Black people don't watch that. I don't know.
True, man.
It's I don't know, like the most boring sport.
I'm not a redneck, bro. I'm not a redneck, so I wouldn't know. When cars go in a circle
in an oval, and that's all it is for.
That's
like
all they do
laps.
For 100 laps. Okay, how I'm gonna feel about that? I don't have a problem. I don't care, honestly. You know why I say that? Because I always thought that NASCAR was a redneck sport, and that's their flag. So, like, how can I get mad at something that's theirs? Like, they, how many black drivers they had?
One.
How many black people have they sponsored? Like, oh, NASCAR sponsors this. How many black charities or Mexican charities, Chinese charities have they donated to?
None. That's not their target, you know what I mean, audience.
Yeah.
They're trying to save face. They're just trying to save face with what's going on and say, hey, put them flags down. We're trying to win over these black people, these minorities. So I don't the Confederate flag doesn't bother me.
But see, here's my thing. I never understood the Confederate flag or people repping it from the jump. Because, like, outside of it, like, to some people, you know, black people, it represents slavery. And outside of that, it's just treasonous. You know what I mean? They tried to take over the United States, and they lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't go to Germany. Do they hang the Nazi flag in Germany? No. That's like, that's a part of our history. It's done. It's a wrap. It's over. I don't know why America isn't like that. I'm like, y'all lost. Like, get out of here.
Well, because you only see that flag with ignorant people.
Right.
Agreed.
It's a sign of ignorance. Like, I don't even hang the American flag. Sorry. Fuck, I don't, you know, because at the end of the day, okay, that's the old flag of oppression. This is the new flag of oppression. You're still killing me when a police kills you. It's on his thing. That's the flag that's on there. You know, when they send our troops to go kill these people, we don't know why they're killing some of these Middle Eastern countries or these Africans. The American flag is on there. And let's not forget the American flag. Those southern states get a star on that American flag. So I get it. Like, you should have been banned the Confederate flag. It's not a flag of America.
Yeah,
true.
Go ahead. Yeah, because that's weird.
I was going to say from a sports perspective, I thought it was big for me just because, I mean, we saw what happened in Kaepernick in the NFL. They could never kind of get behind Kaepernick, and they blackballed him from the league. All 32 NFL teams for 4 or 5 years basically said, we're not going to sign this dude because he was protesting the anthem, and a lot of our, our white conservative fans were upset with that, so they sided with them. NASCAR, which is a predominantly white sport, beat NFL to the punch. I think that's kind of, I mean, granted, the Confederate flag is a little different than standing behind Kaepernick, but in a sense, I felt like NASCAR did more in that moment than in the NFL. You can even say the MLB. I mean, there's very few but there's a lot of Latino players, and a lot of the media kind of, spins a lot of things against the Latino players in baseball. They're not marketed as heavy as like Mike Trout and Aaron Judge or some of the white players in baseball. So I felt like NASCAR kind of be like MLB and NFL, which have more, mixed players or more players of color in their league than NASCAR did,
Man,
Shout out Big Papi. Shout out Big Papi.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing? Hey, Noah, I just want to say one thing, Noah, just so you know this, Noah. You know that most black people thought that all those black baseball players were black. We did not know they were Dominican or Puerto Rican. We thought they was all. As soon as we heard Sammy Sosa say something, we was like, "Oh,
that's true."
When I was as a kid, I thought Big Papi was a black man. I said, they not black, but they black. But you know what I mean. But
right.
To just elaborate on what he said, Trey, that is a good way to look at it. Like NASCAR took a step when the NFL, because I think Kaepernick just got signed to the LA Chargers. I think, is he, or is he trying out?
Rumors, and they said the coach basically said he'd offer them a tryout, like he'd consider it, but that doesn't
know what that mean.
Yeah.
Nigga, you tell that nigga, don't you come over here trying to play over here.
Right.
So yeah, you know what? Shout out NASCAR. I can't hate. I can't shout out NASCAR for taking a baby step into the future. So
I do think it is a step in the right direction, but it kind of goes back to what I always say about companies being proactive versus reactive, as in they're reacting to what's going on right now, so they're just doing whatever they got to do. But if they were proactive, they would have done this a long time ago, because that has no place anywhere, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will disagree. And speaking of that, I do have some news. I think it happened yesterday. They found a noose in, was it Bubba Wallace's garage or wherever? And Bubba Wallace is like I think he's the only, or he has to be the only black NASCAR driver. Only black recognizable name, at least.
Yeah.
So they found a noose in his little garage. He didn't see it, but one of his team members did. So it kind of just goes to show that we still have long ways to go. Do you guys have any opinions on that?
Okay, so Bubba Wallace, he's a black NASCAR driver?
Yes, he is black.
Like Trey, because you're scaring me, Trey. I think you watch NASCAR, which is it's against black people code. So I'm trying to figure out how you came up with this information first. So I'm trying to see where you're at with this. No, I'm just kidding. I never knew they had a black driver. So, yet again, this is another sign of supreme ignorance. Is this man Bubba Wallace is probably just trying to drive. He's probably wanted to drive his whole life. And because blacks are standing up for themselves around the country, and along with our Hispanic, Latino brothers, white people, Asians, we're all standing together. So the only thing someone in NASCAR would do is say, well, hey, Timmy, hey, Bob, let's put a noose in this, a noose? What, really?
Yeah.
Really? Instead of walking up to me like, man, like, look, we don't care what's going on. We just here to drive. Respect that. You put a noose around to intimidate me? Come on, man. That's ignorance. More ignorance.
And to all the people, man, that will say, oh, racism still doesn't exist in this country. I mean, like, I still don't understand how people can say that when shit like that goes on. And that, that wasn't even the worst thing about nooses and hangings in the past week and a half, right, of news.
Yeah.
There's been actually people hung in front of Palmdale, Victorville, and other places around the country. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just crazy, though. I mean, that people talk about, we put in the history books like, oh, it's behind us. This was 150 years ago, 100 years ago, 50 years ago. This shit's still happening in 2020, man. Like, racism,
here's the thing. First and foremost, I had a few questions about these hangings, right? Because they showed, I guess somebody looked at the body. There was no struggle marks. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a big dude. You ain't finna just hang me. I'm gonna do something, but at the same time, that's not this is a retaliation to watch this. Minorities and other whites are protesting non-violently about something they want to change. White people don't want to change, or racist white people, not all white people, so don't run up with that.
Right.
The ignorant people that don't want it to change says, we're not going to go protest. We're going to go hang some black people. Like, that's your response to us peacefully saying, stop killing us because we have a right to live too, to you saying, nope, we're going to kill some of you guys till you get the message. That's where we're at in 2020. That's like fucking mind-blowing.
Make no damn sense.
It's crazy, man. It almost makes me feel like they're not even human. Like they're just a different subspecies that just
they're crazy. Neanderthals still. They're not even a fucking primate. They're Neanderthals. And here's the thing with all my black brothers, Latinos, Asians, everything. If you have the right to bear arms, get you a weapon. Don't just be out here willy-nilly with this shit. Cause your life means something. You mean something. You have a family. Like, I'd rather someone shoot me. I don't want to be hanging from no tree.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Shoot me. You know, I'd rather that be, because we're getting to the point to where it's like this. It's straight up. We see they don't want us here on Earth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're telling me. You don't even want me alive. That's crazy. That's wild. That's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like racism is still alive. I used to hate when Obama was president because people would use that as like a cop out. Like,
that's their line. That's their favorite line.
Terms.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna fuck them up the most. Wait till a Mexican, Hispanic, Latino gets voted as president. Oh, they're gonna. Oh, all you guys should be happy. You guys had presidents too. Like, motherfucker, what?
Yeah.
I bet.
Come
I already know.
on, man. Come on, man. Like, you know, man. Just imagine if all minorities say, you know what? Yeah, we do want to lead this country. Fuck this country. It would be no one here.
No, not that many. No.
Nope. No, because they want to.
Who gonna play basketball? Who gonna play football?
Nobody.
They're gonna be watching hockey and NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine watching basketball play with all white players like it's the 60s and shit.
Oh, man.
I'm not racist, but that shit would be boring. A bunch of 3-pointers.
Yeah, 3-pointers and free throws.
And
That's
really
it.
good passes.
The fundamentals.
And really good passes. They're gonna be like, hold on, guys. Now pass it to me. Nobody's gonna want to take the shot. No one's gonna take the shot. Yeah. and think of okay, put it like this, right? Let's say all the black athletes boycott. They're not doing nothing. Nike lose all their black athletes.
Mm-hmm.
All the rappers across the board. Movies say, you know, all the top black actors, I'm not acting no more. Come on, man. That'd be a powerful movement.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a powerful movement. If black people stop buying all this Gucci and all that shit, spending money on chains and cars and shit, bro, it'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, no, fuck that. Imagine just blacks and Hispanics saying, we're not eating out no more.
Yeah.
Oh, they will fix whatever quick.
McDonald's. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I mean, look at what happened. We talked about it on Cut That Shit Out, but Rosa Parks, you know what I mean? After the Rosa Parks scenario, they boycotted the bus for almost a whole year, and they lost so much money that they're like, fuck, we got to fix this thing. You could definitely do the same thing all across the economy, you know?
I think the best way to hurt them is with their pockets, because once you do that, they'll be quick to fix whatever shit they need to fix ASAP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the only way to hurt them. It's the only way to hurt them, because economical power and political power are the true only powers here. Those are the two real powers, economical and political, because we know economics influence political people, and political people need the economics to keep control of the country. You know, there's some people that, oh, Trump is doing a good job. I have a job and there's money. Come on, man. Like, really? All right, this is what we're going to do? This is how we're going to, you know, so.
Yeah. Are we that low to think that just a little bit more money was going to, like, you know, solve everything too? I mean, come on now.
No.
I know y'all heard the same ignorant people. Shit, Trump got me sitting at home and I'm getting more money than I was before. Like, nigga, really?
Oh, wait till that run out.
Wait till that little punk ass EDD run out with that little bullshit ass stimulus. I'm like, come on, man.
And you know what's funny? Those same people, a lot of those same people who were, you know, for Trump were the ones against government assistance. But look what's happening.
They sure took that government assistance. Come on, for real, bro. Come on. Like, here's my thing, right? Fuck Trump, but you took his money. Trump, come on, man. Trump gave a lot of niggas their first ban. Mm-hmm. A lot of niggas ain't never seen it. Trump gave a lot of niggas their first ban. I ain't gonna lie. Huh? Think about that. A lot of niggas ain't never touched 2,000, 3,000 at one time. They like, whoo, you seen the rapper rate went up. Yeah. Like 10 new rappers.
That's just true. I'm not even gonna lie.
Nigga, the rapper rate went up. Niggas was like big. Oh yeah, you see we out here. Look at them niggas now. Them niggas, oh shit, I'm just trying to, I'm conscious now. I ain't even spending money on nothing. I'm trying to push for the people. No, nigga, you broke again. Nigga, stop playing.
Damn.
I'm not even gonna lie. I copped the audio interface of Mike. I was like, yo, we set it up, baby.
Tre Hendrix Podcast, baby, from Trump, baby.
There you go.
Don't put that out.
You don't want the truth to come out.
But I do want to talk to y'all because, a lot of shit been going around in Orange County this week,
Oh, man, and I'm always in the middle of it.
I know, right? I ain't going to say no names this time around, but a lot of circulation, or not circulation, but a lot of people been talking about particularly Hispanic or Latino rappers using the N-word in their music. And I know that's a topic you already talked about already on your last pod, Maserati, because, I'm a big fan, so I listen, you feel me?
I'm a big fan of yours, man. I just, for real, but I have to catch up, though. I do have to catch up. I've been busy. I just see you put out 2 more, so I got to catch up. So please give me a break. Don't beat me up when you see me, please.
You good.
I let Noah go first, because I like, Noah has a very different perspective of things, and I like when he talks. So go ahead, Noah.
Honestly, if we're referring to the page or group that I think we're talking about, I remember this conversation. I remember this conversation being had. I want to say maybe not last summer, but like last fall. Yeah. And they posted something like on their page. I don't know if they still have it. I'm sure they deleted it by now. But they had some. They had like a poll like on their story and on their like actual post mode. Like, hey, like you guys cool with like such and such rapper who's from Latino background, Hispanic background, saying the N-word. And like the amount of people that were saying yes in the comments was kind of like disturbing to me, at least, because I grew up in Santa Ana and then we moved to Orange around middle school age. So like there wasn't, I grew up around mostly Hispanics, but like I remember like I had black friends, and if I ever said the N-word around them, I remember, Charles, right? From Cut That Shit Out. I remember one time he checked me in high school. He's like, hey, like, don't be like kind of, very politely, he was like, hey, don't be saying that. And I was like, all right,
Oh, I knew it. I know Noah back then. I knew Noah looked like a young man. I knew it. I
was young. Everyone was young, ignorant too. You know what I'm saying? High school, we was
high school. He was listening to rap hardcore, bro.
But I think, if you're an adult, like you're a grown ass adult, and you're still saying, I know like there's people who are 40, 50-year-old Latinos and Hispanics still saying, it's like, bro, what are you doing? And they're so ignorant about it. So I don't know, the fact that they were still promoting it and asking people like, oh, like, can he be saying this? Is this cool? Like, is this part of rap culture? Are we okay doing this? And then when they get told no, they get offended by it. It's like, I don't know. That's childish to me. And also it's like, we're past that now,
Nah, I get you. My point or what I feel on it is like, to me, just offending people ain't cool. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if I was saying something that like I say in regular conversation or a word, it's kind of hard to compare any word to the N-word, but like say I was, and one of my Latino homies, I grew up in the Latino community, one of them said like, hey, yo, Trey, that word's like not cool, you shouldn't be saying it. I'll just get it out my vocabulary,
Right.
It's just one word, you feel me? But like, I think at the end of the end, people, rappers, you're messing up your bag doing that. Like, you know what I mean? You're less marketable because of that. If you look, DJ Khaled's old stuff, he used to say it. Not anymore. You wouldn't even know that because it's just not in his vocabulary. At least not on record. Maybe with his friends.
They told him.
But
they told that nigga, you want some money or you want to be cool? Which one? Okay, go ahead, Trey. Because I'm so torn with this subject because I'm torn, and it's because I'm originally from San Antonio, Texas. I grew up in the projects. And in the projects, I had never met a white person until I came to Orange County. So let's get that understood.
Mm-hmm.
The project was only Hispanic and black. And it was only maybe like 2 Mexicans in the projects. So we didn't see them as Mexicans. They didn't even speak Spanish. So when we coming up, the first thing you did when you was in preschool, the first grade, well, look at this nigga's shoes. This nigga broke. You can't. So he's learning the lingo and the environment. You don't think he's going to grow up with us and he's going to talk like us. So that's one scenario. The second scenario is like this. Let's say I'm dating a Hispanic chick and she has a 2-year-old son. And then I get her pregnant with my son. I'm in the house like, y'all niggas better clean this up. You niggas got me fucked up. And I'm like saying, this is my son now because I've embraced him. So his whole house, my family, everybody else in our community calls him that. He becomes a rapper. Now people are mad at him like, no. I grew up as a black person, you know? So then you have the fact that it offends older black people who have been through racism. It offends older Hispanics who still hold on to their Aztec Mayan tradition. Then you have the people outside that it just offends them, period, to hear that word. Even like in prison, older blacks, you're not supposed to be saying that to them because they've been through it. We all familiar with the singer Nav, right?
Yeah.
He went through the same similar thing. He's Indian. You know, they called him sand nigga. You know? Yeah. He grew up around blacks in Toronto, signed to a black label. All his friends are black. If you go back to Travis Scott, Birds in the Trap, he says nigga on there. After a while, and they found out he wasn't mixed with black or half black, they kind of pressed him and he stopped saying it. Here's how I feel. If you stand on what you believe and you stand on that business, you stand on principle, no one will question you about it. And I got the proof. Fat Joe. Little Pump. And 6ix9ine. They knew they grew up with blacks. They knew that they're from black hoods or whatever you want to call it. So they're like, oh, he just probably, you know, that's just that. But we're talking about Orange County. And I already know what you're talking about, Trey. Shout out to my boy Champagne Manziel. All right? Shout out to my boy. Y'all go, you know, this is what it is with my boy. I feel like he was targeted because someone was irresponsible enough to put him out there like that with the post Noah's talking about. They brought the attention to him and never once said, you know what? If the person who put him up said, you know what it is, you shouldn't be saying this, so I'm not going to post this particular music. You can keep it in music, but I'm not going to post none with you saying it. That's called having a responsibility to deliver the right message. Us in media as podcasters, vloggers, and bloggers, we have a certain responsibility to ethical stuff. And I believe, Noah, you went to college for journalism, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what part it is, you know, with plagiarism and all that. You have an ethical responsibility to deliver the right message. You shouldn't be slandering or negativity or like that. So I feel like, and I'm not gonna say a name because I'm not trying to bring attention to that whole other situation we all know.
We ain't even gonna talk about.
Yeah. But they should have known better. They should have said, you know what, bro? Instead of trying to get clickbaits, views, and likes on the topic, because I seen the same thing. And I seen all the people who were saying they were young Hispanics saying, yes, okay. But you don't have the right to okay that with him. It comes from blacks, and the culture of blacks said no already. Now, what I also seen were older Hispanic rappers like V Loco, Mr. Cash 714. They were like, no, we don't do that, homie. But then again, it's a whole new young era.
And I think that, just to add to it, I don't think that young era understands the history of it, because I work with kids too, and there was a lot of Hispanics, Latinos, and even Asians in the area saying that. And I had to check them, you know, as like their elder or their coach. And I don't think they understand. Maybe they don't, because maybe they're more further removed from it. Maybe they don't teach it in their history books and it's more watered down. I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like they don't understand what that word means or the extent of what it meant in history and why they shouldn't be saying it and why it is the way it is now, because they're so far removed from it, or it might be something else. But
yeah, at this point, people forget it's a swear word. Like, I don't say it around my parents.
Hold on. How old are you, Trey? How old are you?
I'm 25.
And no, you're 25.
Yeah, 25 too.
Okay, so this is kind of interesting. Back when I was like 14, 13, when Tupac was like the shit. You know, Hispanics was saying nigga back then a little bit. because Tupac was on like we all some niggas, neglected individuals guaranteed to get apprehended, and he had never ignorant getting goals accomplished. So it was like a thing back then. I forgot about that when I was young, and I think that because back then you had Night Owl, Mr. Capone, Little Rob, they had their own sound of Chicano rap. It was Chicano rap back then. I think once that fell off, the kids that are like 19, like Menzel Champagne's only 20, bro. Like I was telling Carlton Fresh, and I was telling Cash County, I'm like, bro, he's a kid.
Yeah.
He's gonna make mistakes. It's up to us to show him the way and not down him. Like, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. For all content aside, he hit me and he was hurt. He was hurt. He was like, bro, they're trying to say I'm homophobic and I'm racist. He goes, bro, no. And I felt it like, and I'm like, like when someone really confides in you and they're putting their manhood to the side and they're like, I'm not. This is how I grew up. I grew up with a lot of blacks and we in the hood in Santa Ana. So let's say we didn't know this Noah right here. Let's say Noah stayed in Santa Ana and he's on this podcast. Hey, look at these niggas. They stupid. You would have been like, hey, so this Mexican kid podcast saying nigga every other word?
Yeah.
Cardi B's not black.
True.
Nah, she's black.
No,
You like
she's
Afro, Latino, whatever.
No, she's Dominican. She's full Dominican.
You could be
Dominican,
black and Dominican though.
You could say Dominican. I mean,
like
a lot
David
of
Ortiz,
Dominican.
Big Papi, he's black and Dominican. You know what I mean?
He's black and Dominican. Cardi B's full. What's her real name? She's full Dominican, bro. Okay, so what's okay? Let's skip that.
Okay, but how do we choose? Okay, how do we choose who gets a pass and who don't? Like Fat Joe, no one ever questioned it
because he's a real nigga out the streets. He put in that work. He put in that work, nigga. What you think? He went in the So it goes to like 6ix9ine. Even though he's a snitch, he's gonna say it regardless, and then you can tell him. He doesn't care. I feel like Champagne Manziel, he knows he's not racist. He knows he's not disinfecting. That's his truth. Bro, he's not shying away from it. And I have to respect that. Now, as long as he's willing to deal with the consequences that come along with it, you got to respect it. But I don't think no one who meets Champagne Manziel will ever judge him on that word. Like, they're going to be like, that's how he is. Mm-hmm. Because the people that say it and know they shouldn't be saying it, stop saying it. You get what I'm saying? They feel the guilt. They know they were just using it. You feel me? There's a lot of other Hispanic rappers that do it. I'm not going to say their names because if I say their names, then people are going to target them. I feel bad for my boy because he's a good dude and he holding it strong. He's not even giving it energy. Man, it's so many young artists that are young and talented and mature than I used to be. I used to be a hothead. Like, I just think that it's hard to tell a man what to do, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think we have to be empathetic, understand where they're coming from and the environment they grew up in. Like, Tre don't say nigga that much. He said, but he don't.
Yeah, true.
You know? And I think, bro, I've asked a couple of my Hispanic friends when that topic first came out. I asked my boss. He was a Hispanic guy, 34. He said, "Yeah, I used to say it." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "For real?" I'm like, "Your parents?" Because he was like, "Paisa." I'm like, "Your parents didn't trip?" He's like, "Nah." You know, like, come on, my brother, his daughter is half Mexican. The mom's Mexican. My brother's the dad. Mm-hmm. We say nigga all around the house. She's gonna grow up saying it, but she's the kind of light with the like hair like Noah's. Mm-hmm. She gonna say it, and someone's gonna be like, no, she's gonna be like, my dad's black. They probably still act funny, like, why are you saying it?
Yeah,
no, true. I even if a dude is black and he don't seem like he a nigga, I'd be like, oh, that's weird. He's saying that. So I just think right now it's a touchy subject because of Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. I think it's just a touchy subject.
I think right now, be self-aware. Like Logic, for example. Logic's half black, but he said he don't say it in his music because he knows what he looks like. You know?
Logic, bro. Yeah, that's smart because I thought Logic was a white boy.
Yeah,
even with the curly hair, I just thought he was Jewish. I just thought he was Jewish. He got curly hair. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Noah looks more black than him.
But I will add, I feel like, especially Latinos and Hispanics trying to get into hip hop, whether it's here in Orange County or elsewhere. I mean, there's not a big pool of Hispanic and Latino rappers who have done it before. Not as much as what's currently popping right now. Mm-hmm. I think you still look at the people on top of the charts, whether it's Travis Scott, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, all those people, they're all primarily black. So it's part of the culture and that's what they grow up hearing. I think, there are like more older of the Hispanic generation, like the big Lil Rob, like Cypress Hill, Be Real. Burner from the Bay Area, but I don't feel like there's anyone like kind of new and coming up other than like Tekashi and Lil Pump, but I don't know if like those are good role models either to be, you know what I'm saying? So
nah, I get you.
Lil Pump is a good role model, bro.
Yeah, okay.
No, he's not.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know. I don't really know much about Lil Pump.
Damn, Tekashi 6ix9ine like is such a intelligent dude, like behind the clout chasing, and I feel like the other guys like that too. The one that runs the blog, and he's an intelligent dude, and okay. Here's a prime example. We talked about this on Tre Hendrix Podcast. I would never tell Noah to do something I wouldn't do. So if I'm a Hispanic rapper and I don't use the N-word, why would I tell you, yeah, go ahead and say it, and then I'm going to put it up on my page and let you say it? I know it's wrong. So why not tell you, hey, bro, that's not how you do it. There's other ways around it. You can be creative other ways. I think that's what I'm trying to get at.
No, I get that. So you think it's some responsibility falls on whatever platform that promotes that kind of stuff?
Correct.
And I also got a follow-up question that kind of goes along with that. Like, why do you think in society and just in general, like, negative stuff garners more attention, more reaction than something positive? If someone posts a fight, that's going to get more comments, that's going to get more views than if someone posts, hey, this artist donated thousands of dollars to this charity. Woo. You know what I mean? Do you have any theories to why that is, maybe, or that's just how it is?
I know. I don't have a theory. I know it's been. We've seen it through history. Okay. We know the first republic was basically the Roman Republic. That was the first time we actually seen voting and stuff like that. So at one point in Rome, they would give out free food to the hungry. They still be hungry. They still would say the emperor was bad. He was a dictator. So what did he do to fix that? To please the poor people?
Colosseum.
He brought in the Colosseum. Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
People rather watch negativity 24/7 than watch good shit. Hence, niggas ain't watching National Geographic.
No.
They're watching TMZ, fucking Cheaters, Bad Girls Club, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They want to be entertained. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like a nigga's not finna go to the Serengeti to go see a lion. He's gonna go to the zoo. He's protected. People like to watch shit that they wouldn't do. That's why motherfuckers love Tupac. He didn't give a fuck. White people love Slim Shady to this day.
No, without a doubt.
Yeah. 100%.
Because I just don't give a fuck. Like, he would say some wild, crazy shit. People love Howard Stern because he would do wild, crazy shit. Jackass.
Yeah.
Shit that I'm not gonna do the shit Jackass do. Watch it.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tase myself in the balls. What the fuck do I look like? So when it comes to blogs, vlogs, and like with me personally, and it's just for my platform, and it's a medium-sized platform, I make it a personal responsibility to respect race, gender, sexual preference. I don't let no one down talk no one. If you have something to say, I'll tell you before, like, bro, we're not going to talk about that. Like, we're just not. Because I owe it to myself, and I look at it like this. My mom watches all my stuff. I have a person like Noah. Noah, you know how many times Noah hits me in DM? Hey, bro, what's up with that? Why is that? I had to give him a straight answer, like, bro, I know that, just that's how some people are. I'm not trying to, and I want to say this to clear it up. I don't corral people around me to feel how I feel. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And when people ask me, I say, that's how they feel. And what can I do? Like, what can I do? But we all have, with great power comes great responsibility. And God don't like ugly. And when it's said and done, you do ugly things happen to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't steal that quote. Don't steal that quote. That was legendary. I was in the zone for a moment.
Just to add what he was saying too about like the Roman Empire and setting up things for our entertainment. I feel like the simplest form of entertainment, if you go back to like old cartoons, whether it's like, Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry, it's someone else's pain or like the expense of someone else's pain at our entertainment or our pleasure, right? I mean, like there's so many old cartoons where like there'd be like chasing around a corner and they set up a broom so where they step up and hit the broom in the face, and like that would like make people laugh. You know what I mean? Kids nowadays would laugh at that shit because it's funny to watch people get hurt. It's funny to watch people in pain. Same thing with reality shows. They're in an emotional drama, right? Or they're in emotional pain. So I feel like it's just like the simplest form is like we get a kick out of watching other people suffer because it makes us maybe feel superior. I don't know. It's just a theory.
You have a good point. I'm thinking about it now. Like, say like a little young child or whatever, or a baby, whatever. You have to do a high five, and then you pretend like it hurts or whatever, and they just start cracking up like it's the funniest thing. Like from a young age, like that's just what's humor is.
It's just natural.
It's you gotta feed the mob, and violence is what's on their appetite. Like you can see it in numbers. Like, if I post something negative, well, actually, I'm in a realm right now that God has blessed me that a lot of my positive stuff does get the views and that people do like it, and I'm able to reach out places. So I'm trying to keep the negative out of everything I do. So it's just so fucked up, bro, that people can't just be patient and let quality content be their success. We seen what happened with 6ix9ine. He went up so fast with the negative, he dropped, and I feel like now he's not as negative as he used to be. He's just trolling now. Now it's just genuine. Like he's making fun of people. Like anyone who knows they snitch and they come out with a rat chain and say, I'm gonna snitch on you if you don't play my music. Like he's funny. He's a troll.
Yeah.
All right. Question for you, Maserati.
Oh, what's up? Right. Oh, I'm here. Okay.
Yeah. No, because that made me think. All right, your Cash Cali interview. That was like one of your very first ones of your series.
That's one of my first ones. Probably one of my biggest ones.
Okay, do you think it was big because of the whole Dom the Kid situation and the ongoing beef between him and other people? I'll say like it was beef between him and other people's beef with him, I would say. You think the interview would be as big if he didn't say those like, oh, Dom the bitch and like talking shit in the interview?
Okay, so let me tell you about that.
Hit me.
I met Cash Cali in the streets before I met music off top. When we did the interview, and this is shout out to Cash Cali, he said he wanted me to like have a good platform. So he goes, I'm gonna do this.
He put the extras on.
Yeah, he told me. He said, yeah, I'm gonna be filing my nails. I'm like, bro, you're filing your fucking nails. So shout out to bro. What I told him, and he'll tell you, I say, I don't have no problems with none of the people he had. And I was like asking him, like, hey, bro, don't go too hard. I get it. It's clickbait. What I will say is, with him, once he doesn't like you and once you guys get into it, he doesn't let up. So I'm like, bro, like, get over this, please. No, fuck that. And he was cool with Dom at one point, and I don't know what happened. Like, I really wish they wouldn't have got into it because they could have did some big things, bro. He was cool with the dude from the blog. That went south. He was cool with Curly the Fifth. That went south. I'm like, bro, but me and his relationship have never went south. But I'm not the type to hang out with someone every day. I'm not the type to change. If you meet me one way, I try to say that, and I give respect first. And I make sure everyone around me respects the people I'm with. So if you guys ever come around me, my boys, my team know to give you the same respect. Now, if y'all do some crazy shit, I can't control that. So definitely, it wouldn't have got that many views. I think it's almost like at 400 or 500 on YouTube. And I don't think without him doing that, it probably wouldn't have gotten views. And I don't think people would have tuned into me because when we did that interview, that blog posted us. They made fun of us. Oh, they're doing an interview in front of a sheet and a couch, and his earring fell out, and he's doing his thing. And I'm like, yes, thank you. Because any publicity is good. And the way I handle it, you don't never see me talk about anybody online.
Oh, no.
I just take it on the chin. You're talking about me. That's all I care.
Yeah.
Keep talking about me. But then people meet you, and people get around you. And one thing I always try to do is I'm a community person. So if you really don't like me, you can just look at one of my posts. Oh, he's going to be at this park today. Come over there and beat me up. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be scared to fight. You work out. I can't.
But here's the thing: when I tell people, I don't do nothing to make someone generally want to do something to me.
Yeah,
I'm only here helping people. People get mad because I don't do what they want me to do.
Right.
Which is support wrong. I'm not gonna never support wrong. I tell Cash, bro, listen, you can ask Cash Cali right now. some shit he do I don't agree with. I'm like, bro, come on, stop being a bully. Stop being a fucking bully, bro. Just move on from the situation. But yeah, shout out to him though. Yeah, he kind of helped me with that. That was like the 3rd episode.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones. That's the one I think I tuned in. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he made a lot of people want to go on that show. Shout out to him.
Damn,
you know what? I might have to get him back on there.
Man, when you gonna get me on there, dog? I've been waiting, dog. I've been waiting.
Who are you? I can't see. I'm still under. I can't see.
Shy boy.
Shy boy. Oh, I don't want to be on the camera. Whenever you can come on, whenever. I'll be in Vegas this weekend. Maybe next week. Okay, so next weekend I'll be in. Next weekend I'll be in Vegas, and the 4th I'll be in Texas.
Oh, okay.
That's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I don't go to Texas, the 4th we can all come through and yeah, we'll make it happen. Definitely. If I don't go on the 4th, let's set that up for the 4th. If I don't go to Texas.
All right, cool. Because I want to talk my shit. I'm gonna let people know I'm a rapper too. I'm not just this podcaster. Like
okay, so hold on. If you come to do Talk with Maserati, are you coming as Tre Hendrix Podcast or Tre Hendrix the rapper?
Oh, Tre Hendrix the rapper. Though Tre Hendrix the podcaster side.
Okay.
Tre Hendrix the rapper.
You gotta, because when I bring rappers on there, they gotta talk that shit. They gotta talk that shit because motherfuckers, people watch those interviews and I get a lot of feedback and they be like, hey, so because if y'all know, if you watched all of them, know a lot of dudes be on there, they're the best rapper in Orange County. Nobody's hotter than them. I just be sitting there like, bro, you the 3rd motherfucker that said that on this show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
you didn't get me on there. You just gotta get me on there.
I thought we said we were gonna get you on there. Whatever happened?
I don't know. Yeah, we got on other stuff. Like I've been on your Talking with Maserati. The
damn, I never asked you. That's
thing.
fucked up. I'm a piece of shit, bro. You shouldn't be talking to me. You shouldn't even hang with people like me.
Damn.
All right. Well, this question for Noah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So say, now I'm just freestyling, but fuck it.
It's all good.
All right, but say I didn't already hop on your podcast, and I hop on your podcast, and I had beef with like someone like YBG or something.
Yeah.
So on the whole podcast, I'm talking shit like, yo, YBG this, YBG that, whoopie whoop. So would you cut that out the interview because that's kind of negative and shit, or would you just let it fly like, hey, yo, that's what he said. He said what he said. I don't agree with it, but it came out his mouth.
I mean, if it was excessive, I'd probably try and steer the conversation away from that because that's not what I'm about. Yeah. I'm more of like, hey, kind of highlight the individual, whether you have beef or not. But if it was like there have been artists where I've had on from Whim and this other artist from Santa Ana, M-Coast, where they kind of do like name drop.
Yeah.
But it's like very subtle, and I try and like move the topic on as quickly as possible because it is a part of them, and I'm sure it is part of their identity because it's something they've dealt with or whatever. But
yeah,
I don't try and make the show about it or like a 20-minute part about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, most definitely. Because I'm still learning that with my podcast, even though I haven't really ran into that kind of scenario. But if I were to, I think to myself, like, damn, how would I approach that? Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It really depends because there's like radio shows that are all about that, right? They want that that pat.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm hot shit, and they want to start the beef. But I mean, if it really just comes down to what you want your podcast to be about, or like what you want your platform to be about, you know?
Agreed. And
mine is about beef. Straight up beef. I'm talking about Angus beef. No, this is touch on what he said. And I think Noah, bro, this is not a fucking football game. You got a fucking game.
I know, dude. I just noticed that too.
What the fuck? Yeah, bro.
You gotta be hydrated, man.
Did you steal that from
Boucher?
Did you steal that from Catella High? I feel like you stole that.
You probably
from
fucking did, bro. That's not professional, bro. We've talked about this. Fuck. No. So I think I think a good journalist, a good media person knows how to steer away from that. And I don't believe in editing nothing out. I think when people come to show, they want the real. So I feel like let me shout out Dom. Dom, when he was live with the boy from the blog tried to smut my name and try to put extras on it. Dom stopped him and said, hell no. We're not going to do that on him. I'm going to give you respect, give everybody their own respect. Mm-hmm. That's what a good person do. Like even when me and Carlton Fresh was, I said, we're not going to talk bad about him, no negative. We're just talking about what happened. Mm-hmm. Give them their respect. And I think that once you give someone respect and you put the person like, hey, like, don't talk down on him just like that. Because like I was telling Cash Cow, like, come on, bro. Because he'd been on the Cash Cow interview. I told him I thought Don was be the ones who make it, one of the ones who make it out. He's like, yeah. I said, no, that's just how I feel. I'm not gonna just side with you. You my bro, but you feel me? But I think it's the interviewer's job, and as a journalist, we're journalists. We just do it a different way. That we have an ethical responsibility to make sure that one, like Noah's podcast, I can feel like kids can listen to it.
Yeah,
you know, not mine's. Trey's is a little.
It depends if I have you on the episode.
Yeah, if you have me on it, it's like definitely. They're like Maserati's on today. Kids go to sleep. But, for the most part, for the most part, both of you guys' podcasts are like G-rated. Hey guys, we gotta change that shit. We gotta change that. I need some strippers in the background. Yeah, podcast after dark.
Hey, that's why I started to cut the shit out one so I could get a little bit more off my chest.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. Mac, I fuck with Mac. Mac. Ben's proper. He's a good guy. Mm-hmm. He's like analytical. He's very good. I like that. But I think the negativity is always gonna be there. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be there. It is what it is.
All right. Well, and last question, like speaking on platforms, last podcast I had a artist named Dre Arcane. He was from Oklahoma. He was a real cool dude. It was a real cool pod. But I asked him about artists using their platform during this times. I know a lot of artists have been criticized for not doing enough, I guess you could say, in the wake of the George Floyd protests and everything else that's going on. You think that's a fair criticism, or do artists have to do what we want them to do? Or it kind of goes into like that kind of line. So I was wondering, what was your opinion on that, or both of your opinion on that? I
want to let Noah go because he's not a rapper.
Yeah. I'll say this. I don't think there ever will be a point of enough, right? Mm-hmm. Look at, I think the dude's name is Jeff Bezos, right? The Amazon CEO.
Yeah.
Correct.
When he donated however many million, I forgot the exact amount, but he's worth over $100 billion of dollars. Mm-hmm. So everyone kind of like, shamed him and is like, oh, that's not enough. You're worth so and so much money. Yep. How much money would have been enough for you guys to have been like, oh, that's a good amount? Would you want him to donate all his money? That's just stupid. Would you donate all your money? Whether you're, you make $100,000, $50,000, or $1 million, like you're not going to be donating all your money to any certain cause because you obviously have to worry about yourself, Mm-hmm. So I just feel like for people to constantly ask people like, oh, they're not doing enough. I think that's everyone's what they can do is going to be different to everybody, right? Whether you're not a rapper, whether you're a student, whether you're just starting out in the rap game, or you're like a label manager or something. I don't know. I just feel like everybody's role is going to be different. But for somebody else to say and come in and say like, man, you're not doing enough with your platform. I get it. Some people do have bigger platforms, and it'd be easy for us to say, if we had Drake's following or A$AP Rocky's following or Tyler Creator's following, I'd be doing this, that, and the other because I got, 20,000 kids following me. Uh-huh. But it's, it doesn't always work like that because there's other things kind of in their way as well. They have to worry about their familyhood, their livelihood, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things to consider.
I'm gonna use I feel so like a certain way about this because when you have, and I'm the one that's gonna say the names. People have been targeting Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Mm-hmm. Simple and plain. Let's just keep it real. I feel the reason people are targeting them is because people have paid money for tours, CDs, because the message that they send was what's going on right now. So people don't want money from them. They want to see them at ground zero, front line from when it started. They want to see them yelling with veins coming out their neck. They want to see them asking for change because they know that their voice means more to the people up there than our voice. So imagine giving someone your money because they're saying what you want that you need to get to going to survive, to keep pushing. And they're like, J. Cole, I'm not saying he was belittling trap music, but when he made KOD, he was basically saying this is killing our people, this type of music. Mm-hmm. But when these people are killing us, you just put a little mask on and quietly, oh yeah, hold on. Now, we need more from you. Now, Colin Kaepernick, he don't have to say nothing right now. He did this years ago and gave up his career, and people really didn't support him. Oh, you get paid to play football, so just play it. Don't worry about this. Yep. So it goes back to I know neither one of you guys have kids, right?
No.
I've never seen you with kids. I would say that you guys are bad fathers. But anyway, with kids, You can give a kid as much money as you want. If you don't give them that time with them and spend time with them, it means nothing. Mm-hmm. I can tell you pretty much, both of you guys, I might be wrong, have good relationships with your parents.
Yeah.
Because they spent time with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Not just throw money at you. So no matter how much Jeff Bezos gives, they want your time. Mm. You know, we don't want, that's like Akon. He gave his time to build those cities in Africa. You know, Nip gave his time in the community. Nip didn't have that. He didn't have hundreds of millions. But look at what happened when he passed and the legacy left, that let's keep the marathon going. That the catalyst for so many people is because he gave his time to the community. He hung out right there on the front line with no bodyguards. Mm-hmm. Just with his homies. That's all they asked. Kendrick, okay, you went out, you protest. You made an album about this. Why are you not frontline in Compton? Why are you not demanding the LAPD, this, and this? I get it. You rich. I get it. You famous, and you might make an album and put the album out about it. But now you just want us to spend money to hear what you had to say when you could have came and sat with us. Mm-hmm. You was on the Black Panther soundtrack. You know, it's crazy that I seen all these famous black people when Obama got elected out. I seen all these famous rich black people when Black Panther, the movie, dropped. We need you now. We need you bailing out the people that got arrested. We need you putting more businesses in the community, like really come out here. So I think that's what people are saying. I could be wrong, but I think that's what people are saying is, it's cool. We know you got money. We know you live in the hills, but come down here with us and show us that you understand our pain. Mm-hmm. You can't understand our pain in Hollywood Hills or Calabasas.
Question. All right. So if someone like a Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole did, more of what you said, you think it would make a bigger difference in the end of things? Because to me, it's like, because Dave Chappelle said in his comedy special, I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, it was special.
Said, like celebrity, like people wanted him to speak up about something, but he's like, yo, the streets are already talking. Like, this is their movement. And he felt like almost, I think if he were to say something, it would be almost hijacking it or taking away from what the people are saying. What do you think about that?
I feel a little different about it because I think people like Kendrick and J. Cole and people in those particular niches of the music industry or entertainment industry as a whole are a part of this culture. They're part of the streets because they come from these backgrounds. And yes, they were one of the few to make it out, but I feel like, like you listen to Good Kid, Mad City, like Kendrick's really from it too. And all those guys from TDE, all those guys from Dreamville, you know what I'm saying? They are part of the streets. They were just very fortunate to have a talent that took them to a higher level. I don't think they'd be hijacking it. I'm not really too familiar with Dave Chappelle's background, but maybe, he came up a little bit better. I'm not sure. I don't know. I kind of agree with Dave Chappelle is saying, but I feel like guys specifically like J. Cole and Kendrick, they're part of the streets and that's their culture too,
No, I understood completely.
I'm a chime in with something personal. After everything that happened this week in the Juice, when I had a conversation with that dude from the blog, and he made a racist statement, right? I didn't say he was racist. He just made a racist statement. I think I showed Noah. Did I show you, Trey?
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, long story short, he referred to black people as y'all, right? Mm-hmm. And I told someone, I said, he's not racist, bro. I think he made a racist statement out of anger. He couldn't articulate himself properly at the time. It happens like that. What I felt would have been a good look for him to show, look, man, I see Maserati's going to speak at this event. I see other artists are going to be at this Black Lives Matter event. I'm going to show my face knowing that I did nothing wrong to them. I don't have anything against them, but I want to talk to them in public. Mm-hmm. That's what you do when you know you haven't did nothing wrong and you've been misunderstood. You step up and say, you know what? I could put my pride to the side and say, you know what? I'm part of this struggle with y'all. I'm part of y'all. Because you can't come into our culture and not preserve it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we have to. So what that's saying is You can't get rich off of people selling conscious music. And when it's time for you to speak up and be conscious, because they have the resources to fly to Minnesota, to fly places, private planes, just like you do for your little rap videos. And when you got a little female you want to come see, you fly her out. You have enough money to go put water out there and buy food for everybody who's out here, just to get a kid's hope. It ain't about us. It's about the little kids that can say, I remember when I was a kid, Kendrick Lamar came to the studio and stood up for Black Lives Matter. Not wait till Twitter drags you and then you just pop out. Because I posted it. It was up like 2 weeks before any one of them showed their face. And they don't have to. I get it. But the first thing they do when they wake up and when they go to sleep, they're a black man. When they was born and when they died, they're a black man. So I just think they have a responsibility. That's it. They have a responsibility.
And because
we all do.
I think because of their influence and following too, they could speed up this process or take this process to a whole nother level, because it's good that we have people in as small of groups and communities as Santa Ana, then maybe even Orange County as a whole starting to unify. But then what's going to connect Orange County to San Diego County, or Orange County to even further San Francisco County, or Oakland, Alameda County, right? The Bay Area. You know, someone on the West Coast like The Game, Kendrick Lamar, those guys kind of team up and kind of hit to the streets and do a little bit more in the streets and kind of coordinate everything. They're going to have all of California unified, same message, all the counties that are down with it. So I feel like that's where their impact is, because right now we're doing little chunks at a time, and yeah, it's our movement, but they could, you know, we could be doing like, you know, we're just doing like this, steadily growing. If any one of them kind of hopped in, it would take off, you know, exponentially.
Most definitely. And before we wrap this up, I got one last question for anybody. Say someone who's listening right now, they want to do something. They want to do something positive. They want to make change, but they don't know how. What would you recommend to them, or what advice would you give them?
Ask a question. If you see me, Noah, we're all at the same events. We pop up. Like Noah, you know how many times I post something and Noah, hey, what's up with this? What's up with this? Are you going to make it? Some I can't, some I can't. But in order to make a change, you got to get involved. You see what I'm saying? Like you go to a basketball park and they playing basketball. What do? Who got next? Ask yourself who has next. Get involved.
And biggest thing too, I think, try not to do everything all at once, because it can kind of seem overwhelming. Helping with actually your time, your physical presence, you know, donations, signing petitions, but that can all be very overwhelming if you already have a lot going on in your life as it is. You know, who knows if you lost your job due to COVID or whatever your situation may be. We're all struggling as it is, I feel like. And to add all this pressure on you, don't feel pressure to do everything, right? Kind of like what Maserati said, find your lane, you know, ask and find your lane. Yeah. Maybe it's just sharing right now on social media or taking videos. You're really good at photography. Maybe you're just taking photos.
Most definitely. That's needed. That's part of history.
Yeah. If you're a blogger, write some blogs. You know, you have a presence on Twitter. Maybe you're doing something like that, sharing stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's different for everybody, but don't feel forced like you have to contribute in 5 different lanes, because then you're just going to burn yourself out. And that's not good for the cause either, you know?
Actually, to add on to that, if you are in Orange County, they have Garden Grove for Black Lives Matter, OC protests,
the Black OC.
The Black OC. Those are, matter of fact, let's go real quick to Black OC. If you want to get involved, Black OC is like the hub. Become a member of Black OC. Talk to Farron Kid. Is the Black OC on Instagram. Just go there. DM him. He's like the nucleus for it.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna make it easy for people. Since they want me to hand it to them, go to Black OC. And you'll find out. You'll get the first-hand dose. He'll lay it out for you. And that's what it's about. Easy money.
Yes, sir. So I appreciate both of y'all coming on the pod. I call y'all like the pod fathers. You feel me?
When do we get paid? Are you gonna Cash App us, Venmo? How does that work?
Oh, we'll talk about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's gonna hang up and block us. He's gonna hang up and block us. Like, oh shit, can't ban him.
No, but it's always a good conversation when we all link up, and it's some good talk. And I hope people, you know, get something out of it. You know, whether they agree or disagree, at least listen and, you know, understand what we're saying and where we're coming from.
Hey, hold up. Before we go, I got to shout out Cray OC because Cray OC hooked me up. So he hooked me up. I was just so this shit is fucking.
My podcast ain't gonna be G-rated if you.
Fuck that! I just fucked it up. See, I just fucked it up. No, this is legal in California, people.
True.
It's legal, so technically it's still G-rated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. Shout out Cray.
He didn't light it. He didn't even take it out of the capsule.
Bro, I haven't even. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even smoke like that. So it's just sitting here to look cool. Honestly,
let them know.
It fucking stinks. I mean, as soon as you open, it's like, God damn.
Shit.
Hey,
tell Cray OC to tap in with Tre Hendrix real quick.
He gave it to me at Juneteenth. See?
Okay.
I hate y'all.
Damn, I said what's up to him too. He didn't give me anything.
I got there first. Fucking thug life. All right, man. Thank you for having me on, man. Anytime. We gotta do this in studio though. When I'm done traveling for the weekend, gotta come in studio and just chill.
I know you're on tour now and shit. Like, yo, can't even get
on. Oh, I'm speaking tomorrow at the Garden Grove City Council, 6:30.
Oh, you heard that. So tomorrow's probably be the day it drops. So today, Garden Grove City.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we're doing this type of shit now. We're big bucks now. Hey, today is 6:30 p.m. in Garden Grove City Council.
The 23rd of June.
Is it the 23rd of June today? I got to get used to that because they do that. I'll be forgetting about it.
Exactly. But yeah, so y'all heard that. Noah, you want to plug anything before we dip out of here?
Nah, just, stay with the Black OC protests, all those Instagram accounts to find out how you can, contribute to the cause,
Hey, fact, damn, you didn't even plug your own podcast.
Nah, it's not the time for that. You know what I'm saying?
It's really,
there'll be a time and there'll be a place.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say my podcast. I was like, it's not about that, bro. Let's talk about the movement.
Yeah.
Salute, man. So thanks for coming on and just Tre Hendrix Podcast. I'm out.
All right, go on, guys.